Hi, I'm Rajesh. In the last episode, I was a special co-host for the Robin Singh interview. Thanks to Nagaraj and Harsh, I will host this particular episode. This is a special episode before the start of season 2, and we wanted to bring to Real Talk people from different walks of life who have become entrepreneurs. They run a business that I have been very curious about, a topic that is close to a lot of us and many of us love, which is food and food business. We will have the show in multiple segments, as we will have each entrepreneur taking different questions. In this segment, I would like Swati and Ajay to introduce themselves before we start. Swati, Ajay.
Hi, I'm Swati. I come from Bombay. We shifted here about 5 years ago, and I am certified as an RPA professional, and that's primarily the work I do. Got into this with a set of friends, but yeah, that's primarily.
It's fine. We'll definitely talk a lot more about Mumbai Junction itself. Ajay, what about you?
Hi Rajesh, I'm Ajay Anthony. I'm the restaurant manager of Mumbai Junction, and I am basically born and brought up in Delhi.
Great, fantastic. So let's look at what was the journey, what inspired folks. I mean, you were like software engineers, and you were doing something else before. I mean, you were into restaurant, but let's say Swati was, is still a software engineer. What inspired you to start a veg restaurant business, and why did you choose UAE as a location for this?
Okay, so for us, we're a group of friends, and we got talking of Mumbai street food and how Bombay has this unique ability to pick up something very standard, but give it a twist and make it very Mumbai. A case in point being the vada pav, which is this. It has the vada in between, which is something that a lot of people in India would be familiar with because it's just a spiced up aloo filling, which is sort of fried in a batter. But what Bombay did with that was slightly different. So what it did was it had the patata vada, which is native to Maharashtra, and we had the bun, which is sort of an Iranian import. So the early Iranians who came to Bombay and settled, they have these outlets where they sell bun pav and bun maska and all of that, and that's very famous. So what Bombay did was combine these two, added the local flavors of the garlic chutney or the Gujarati flavor of the meetha chutney or whatever, and spiced it up and made it a dish of its own. And that was sort of very inspiring. So we said, you know what? So there is this part of Bombay as well, but there is also another part which offers the standard fare that most people are aware of, like your dosa or vada, whatever. That is also there. So Bombay has this ability to retain foods for what they are, at the same time come up with a twist to what people already know. And it seemed like a good idea to bring both these concepts under one roof. And that's what Mumbai Junction is, really.
Right. And so that's what inspired you to start a restaurant like Mumbai Junction when we had a chat with friends and all of that.
Yes.
Was there something you wanted to say, Ajay, on this?
No, I totally agree to her.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, as a manager, I'm seeing the menu and seeing all this thing takes me to the gullies of Mumbai.
Okay.
It actually shows what Mumbai sells.
Right.
So Mumbai Junction is doing that.
So Mumbai Junction, you can say it's a tribute to the street food of Mumbai, bringing together various aspects of Mumbai food, street food,
Yes.
and otherwise, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So I was also thinking about, say, every business has a story, right? For example, I just remember this, how Pizza Hut's name came up. For example, they had only a space for hut, they didn't have space for house. So similarly, Mumbai Junction, you would have a story. Can you share some of the story behind it? And also, what inspired the name? Mumbai Junction seems like a very interesting name. So what inspired the name and concept?
That's a good question because there are a lot of Mumbai whatever in UAE,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So why Mumbai Junction again? So Mumbai evokes different responses in different people, right? And it means different things to different people. So for some people, Mumbai is energy through and through. For some, it's life. Mumbai is never dead. It's always alive. Any point of time, you know. Mumbai can mean crowds to somebody, rain to somebody, trains to people. But for me personally, now again, everybody who's involved here has a different reason why Mumbai resonates with them. For me, what I have found about Bombay, being Bombay myself, is that it never tires you. I mean, you may get tired in Mumbai, but you'll never tire of Mumbai. You never get bored of that place. And I realize that that's because there is something very fresh about that city every day, every time. And that is sort of reflective of the food that Mumbai Junction gives. We are very clear that the food, when it's fresh, so let's say we talk of pav bhaji, right? You may have the pav bhaji today in Mumbai Junction. You'll love it, right? I don't change the recipe. I don't change anything. You come again tomorrow, you have the pav bhaji. It's as divine, as fresh. You never get bored of it. That is why Mumbai. Also, all the entrepreneurs for Mumbai Junction from all over India. So there are people from Gujarat, there are people from Bombay, there are people from Kerala, Karnataka. I mean, it's as much a melting pot as Mumbai is, I think. So, yeah, it made sense to say it's the junction, the place where all of us come together and, dish out what I believe is fantastic food.
Brilliant. So Mumbai is a melting pot of different cultures. Mumbai Junction brings together these different cuisines, and in this case, of course, vegetarian cuisines, and that's where we see Mumbai Junction. When you say Mumbai is an emotion, I'm from the south.
Okay.
So in South India we say coffee is a drink, kapi is an emotion. So similarly, Mumbai is an emotion,
Absolutely.
right? So what would you say, sets Mumbai Junction apart from there are quite a few restaurants, vegetarian restaurants especially. So how does, MJ stand apart?
Yeah, Mumbai Junction is unique. It is what we differentiate from other vegetarian restaurants is freshness, it's quality, it's affordability, it's personal connect.
Right.
Freshness, I mean, we don't store anything. Whatever is there, what a customer has ordered, we deliver that time. We make it that time. We don't store anything. Quality, we buy quality products. We only buy quality products to give the good quality product to the customer. And affordability, our rates are very reasonable. It's very good, it's very reasonable. Each and every person can have it every day. It doesn't burden your pocket. And personal connect, I mean, we know what customer wants. We have so many regular customers that we know that there are few Jain people, there are few person who likes less spicy or more spicy or some variation. So they don't have to tell us every time. What we do, they come, they order, we know how to prepare for them. So we know each and every customer. So we care for them.
Right. And when you mentioned quality, I remembered one thing. See, the thing is, when we eat out quite regularly, we have, we don't know the kind of ingredients that go into it. For example, when I eat in some restaurants, I might feel, acidity and all of that. So how do you manage those kind of issues and all that?
Look at me. Do I look fit? Do I?
I can say yes.
Yeah. So that is Mumbai Junction food.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's something you can eat every day.
I don't have any problem with my stomach or any thought of that. And I have never heard of anybody having that kind of problem. Even I eat daily, breakfast, lunch, dinner at Mumbai Junction.
Right.
So I personally know what we put in the food. That's what we eat. If we cannot eat, we cannot sell it to our customers.
Right.
So I'd like to make a point here also that you rightly mentioned, right, about gastric problems after you go eating out for a long time. That happens because a lot of restaurants, right, would add ingredients in there that probably enhances the taste of the food, but is not really the best for your tummy. So Ajinomoto, for example, is one thing we can talk about. A lot of pav bhaji in a lot of restaurants in UAE would add in a little bit of Ajinomoto because it enhances the taste or the flavor of the bhaji. But we don't do that. So we are very clear. Ingredients that we think might bloat the stomach up, something like that, out. We don't do that. Second, like you mentioned, fresh. I think that's very key. If we were to make stuff and store it in a fridge and dish it out to you when you came, it will have a problem in your you will have a problem with it. But if it's done fresh and delivered, generally food that's warm and fresh doesn't affect your stomach the way stale food does. So these are things I wanted to add when you asked for.
Correct. In a restaurant business, it's kind of probably regular to add some flavor enhancers. But I think what you're also trying to say is that you try to keep it at a level which is acceptable to your customers, right? I mean that's
and I truly think that enhancing the flavor of food can happen with the traditional spices that we have been accustomed to. We don't need a soda or anything else to make it better. Our mothers have cooked brilliant food for years, right? Without any of these,
So basically, what
enhancers.
I'm hearing is bring the whole ethos of Mumbai food. Basically bring all of this Mumbai food together, but at the same time in such a way that people it's as close to home food as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So I had a very interesting question which came into my mind. What is maybe one or two items on your menu that captures the essence of Mumbai Junction?
Mainly vada pav and pav bhaji.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why would you say that it captures the essence of Mumbai Junction?
It takes you to the gully of Mumbai.
Okay, brilliant. Okay.
That is the only point I can say, because the first bite itself, it will take you to Mumbai.
Okay.
Even if you're sitting in Dubai,
Okay.
it will make you feel Mumbai.
That's brilliant. That reminds me of the movie Ratatouille.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
Yes.
but there's nobody taking care of our.
There's no rat in the kitchen.
There's no rat in the kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. See, because the guy who comes and tastes, he's reminded of his mother's food. So
Absolutely.
basically, that's brilliant. I think that's something very interesting. I haven't tried those two items in your restaurant. I should come there and try it. Right. The vegetarian restaurant, especially restaurants industry in UAE is pretty competitive. So I wanted to understand, how do you manage this competitive industry? But very importantly, how do you stay true to your philosophy while the customer preferences keep changing quite fast?
If you look at it, like he just mentioned, our philosophy is structured around 4 pillars, right? Quality, and then we're looking at freshness, we're looking at personal connect, and affordability. Now, the actual competition might hit you in the 4th pillar, affordability, because there would be a lot of people who would be able to deliver something similar, maybe not of the same quality, but for a lower price. So, if I were to really think about it, the reason I'm affordable is because I am giving you the best possible, I'm charging you the least it would cost me to give you that quality of food, to put it in your table at that time, right? Now, if somebody is charging lower, there could be only 3 explanations for it, right? First, he's not sticking to the quality that I am. That's one possibility. The second possibility is that he's actually taking a hit on his profit or his cost to be able to, eliminate the competition. That's the second possibility. The third one, which is pretty relevant in a lot of current places in UAE, is the concept of a cloud kitchen. So where they, it's the volume game where they sort of beat you for the prices. So you are, you have a cloud kitchen where you are preparing in bulk, and then you give it off to your subsidiaries, and then that's how it's managed. In all the three cases, right, I would imagine I'm ahead of the curve, because if I'm talking of the cloud kitchen, there goes freshness out of your window, because you've already prepared it in the morning. You have to deliver it to your branches within a certain time, and well, you've prepared it like probably 4 hours in advance.
True.
So there goes freshness, right? The other case where you are taking a hit on your profitability is not a long-term solution anyway. Eventually, it's going to hit you and it's going to die off anyway. The last case where you're using mediocre ingredients for your food is again, well, it may sustain you in the short term, but eventually, like you said, if it gives you a stomach upset, you avoid that place, in the long run. So, in all the three cases, I think, we understand the competition and where it comes from, but it's a conscious decision to say, no, we don't want to go that route. We are affordable, and this is the best we can give you.
Well, your menu showcases quite a variety. What's your approach to creating a menu that caters to both modern as well as traditional tastes? I mean, Mumbai, like you said, Mumbai brings together a lot of this. And it was very interesting when you said that, the bun, which is probably an import, and vada, which is actually the local stuff. So, what's your approach to creating these kind of eclectic menu?
Yeah, I'd like to answer that.
Sure.
So nowadays we see many of the youth generation and many people actually are going for something new, whether it is a case of gadgets or whether food, something different they want. But at the end, they'll come back to dal chawal, vada pav, pav bhaji. So we have those menus which make those customers have it like dynamite, broccoli dynamite, or this thing, lasagna. According to the new trends, we have kept those dishes as well. But our major is on traditional. So we are with traditional and modern both.
Right.
So for the changes, we have options, and at the end, the customer, what they want regularly is those traditional items.
Okay. So when you said Dynamite was a very interesting name, I heard. So is that something which is very unique as a unique menu item for Mumbai Junction?
Yeah, it is.
Right. Okay.
It is basically what we call, we have dynamite broccoli, we have dynamite paneer, cottage cheese, and mushroom. Okay. So what we do is we have a marination of those items, and we deep fry it, and then we have a special sauce that has been mixed it up with that thing, and it gives a wonderful taste.
Right. So it's a fast mover for you.
It is.
And I'm sure, so this is something which, that's what I am referring to. For example, if my kids would want to go to a restaurant, they would actually go to have dynamite and, all of that, what you're talking about. But probably, if I want to go, I may not want to have dynamite. I might want to have, let's say, khichdi, for example. But, and from what I'm hearing, Mumbai Junction does both dynamite as well as khichdi pretty well.
Yes,
right?
we do.
So that's
In
what
fact, off late, we've come up with a new, thing of our own called... Pav Bhaji Bruschetta. Yes, that was his idea.
Wow.
So you should go ahead and talk about it.
That is basically to give the customer, as you said, modern times. So just to give a bite of modern and maybe you can say future and the past.
Okay.
So we have garlic bread, we have our traditional bhaji, and we have cheese. So all together, garlic bread, bhaji, cheese, and olive oil and some oregano.
Oh,
so it has modern and traditional taste, and we are selling it as pav bhaji bruschetta.
Oh, let me tell you, I love both pav bhaji and bruschetta, but I have not had pav bhaji and bruschetta
Together.
So definitely something worth trying for everyone. And especially our audience probably should definitely go and try. So I see one of the things is that I have worked in process consulting for very long. Okay. So one of the things that unless you make something repeatable, you may not be successful. So maybe you should also talk about how do you make, what is the approach, the process to get this menu right? Yeah, all the time.
It is basically, we are also scientists, but in the kitchen.
Okay.
So we do experiments. What we do is, if we have something, for example, we have one more new dish that is called avocado chaat. So chaat is Indian and avocado is exotic fruit.
Okay.
So nobody thinks of making a chaat of avocado, but we have done it just because we do testing, try and testing. We do many testing and just to see whether it tastes good. So when it actually tastes good, then we put it in the menu. And when customer gives a good response, we do trials. We do trials with the customer also. We ask them that it's a small portion we give them and just ask them the review what they like it.
Okay.
So when they say, yeah, it's good, then we put it in.
Oh, brilliant. So I think, process kind of brings together success. So it brings about success. So that's a great process that you're talking about. Other thing I was thinking about is, for me, especially when I go to a restaurant, and like Swati, you were talking about cloud kitchen. The one thing the cloud kitchen cannot give you is a personal connect, right? Which you guys talked about. So, in a restaurant, it's not about just the food, but it's also about the experience, right? So what are the values that guide you in how you approach customer service and hospitality?
How Mumbai Junction is good at this, I'll tell you, the consistency. The first point was consistency. We have our SOPs. For all the dishes, we have our SOPs. So, even if a particular chef is not there, if a customer is coming daily, he'll get the same product, same taste every time. Because the new chef or the other chef, any chefs are coming, they are preparing according to our SOPs, what we think is best for the customer. So that's why you will get the same taste. So consistency, we are good. And then you talk about hygiene. After every customer dine-in, we do clean as soon as they get up. Because we don't want others to see the messed up place. Because we need the clean place as soon as the other person has finished the dining. And the plates and all, they have been washed thoroughly under the supervision, and it has been kept in a good place and then again wiped it before presenting to the customer. So no customer has ever complained about any stain or anything like that, because we keep our crockery, cutlery, everything like that. And then you talked about the personal connect. So you said that maybe I would like to go and see Aditya, right? So, not Aditya, but there is Ajay in our restaurant. And there are many more. We have a good team. So what our team does is, we actually ask the customer their name if they have come the first time. If they are the regular customer, we know their name. And we call them by their name. And then we ask them about their health or how was the day. So we make a personal connect. Mumbai Junction don't see their customer as numbers.
He's right. For us, we got in together into this for the love of food. And, we were making money, I'm not complaining, but that was not the primary, driving force behind this. It was not like, we wanted to make money out of the restaurant business. We wanted to just share great food with people, and yes, and that's why the personal connect is also very important, because finally, it's these relationships that we build, with people. When people come back and say, oh, have you tasted the vada pav at Mumbai Junction? That is what is satisfactory, right? I understand money is a byproduct. Yes, it's important. But yeah, for us, I think that is probably what sets Mumbai Junction slightly apart from its competitors also. Because, I'm not in the rat race with the other Mumbai whoever to, get the next chain or acquire the next restaurant. I'm not doing that. I'm here to ensure that quality is maintained, and I stick to my ethos when I'm running my operations.
I like to add to Ms. Swati. I like to give you an example. We have customers who are sitting at the table for 1 hour and making an experience. They just want to sit in the restaurant. In our restaurant, they like the vibe. There are couples who come there and sit there just ordering a vada pav and a tea, and they just talk to each other. So I personally like that they are having an experience, and they are coming every alternate day, and we love to see those kind of customers.
Okay. So creating a cozy ambience also is something which kind of you would like to do for your customers. Basically, it's kind of the Starbucks kind of environment where you're not the Starbucks in the petrol pumps, but the Starbucks where actually people can spend time and with each other. So that cozy ambience is something which is also part of your part of the experience.
That I wanted to add, I just recollected. You talked about the time of service,
yes,
which also is very important. But here, I'd like to draw your attention to something very subtle. It's something that misses a lot of people. Most people think, oh, well, I've ordered, and they come in hungry. So they're like, oh, I've ordered, I want my food now. But if I were you, I'd be a little worried if my food hit the table really fast. Because I'm a homemaker, I cook at home, and I know how long it takes to prepare food. Even if you have the vegetables cut and all of that, right? There is a minimum amount of time that it takes for the food to get cooked before you can present it to whoever's hungry. Now, when I have ordered food and it's come in within 5 minutes of my ordering, I would be, suspect about, its origins.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably just pre-made. It's just heated and given to me, because 5 minutes is what it'll take you to heat the food, not to prepare it. So yeah, that's something you want to keep in mind.
Very interesting point. They say speed thrills but kills, right?
Yes.
Right. So I just want to quickly move on to something else about about the setting up of the restaurant and running the restaurant. What are some of the big challenges you have faced or have been facing while setting up and running Mumbai Junction? And how have you overcome them?
Ajay, he's running the operations.
So set up and run, and how have what are the big challenges and how have you overcome them? Maybe some examples or some points.
One of the biggest challenges we face is retaining the good chef. So for that we have overcome by making the SOPs. So even if the chef has changed, but our dishes won't change, our taste won't change. So like that we have overcome that challenge. Secondly, what we face is that there is a lot of competition in the market, and I personally feel that if we are selling one thing for particular 8 dirham, and we know the cost of this will be similar to that, and someone in the competition, he is selling it for 4 dirham, he is selling it for loss, or maybe he is using the adulterate things or something of that, some mixing or something. If I'll ask you, Rajesh, that if you buy a rice batter for idli or something like that, or you make rice batter at home, if it is costing you 8 dirham, if it is costing you 8 dirham, then how can a person sell for 4 dirham? Then you will think that there is something wrong. Because if you know what the cost is, then there is something wrong with their thing. That's why they are selling it for so low. So when the competition is so high, people do those kind of stuffs. But we keep up the good quality. We don't compromise with that. If it is costing us 8 dirham, we'll stick on to it. We know our customers will come back. If they are going for the cheaper product, they will know the taste and they'll come back. Even during the flood, when first time flood hit Dubai, I know UAE was very helpful everywhere. Even we are actually core members were very much helpful to the staff. We were shut for 4 to 5 days, and there was enough food given to the staff. Their salaries were not cut. Everything was paid, and the challenges, other than that, the major challenges they faced was they had to repair many equipments, and there were many losses, business loss, customer loss, inventory loss. There were many losses. So that was also taken care of by the core members.
This is something that I think every business faces. But another a problem that's come up, which is a very modern problem, is the problem of online reviews, right? So we have a lot. So now there are two aspects to a hotel business. So there is the dine-in, which is sort of controllable by us, but there are two touch points when it comes to delivery. So there is the aggregator, and then there is the hotel, right? So the customers actually have, but he, according to him, there is only one touch point, Mumbai Junction. He doesn't know the challenges that we will have to face because of the aggregator. So that is something that's that we've experienced of late, where there could be mistakes made by the aggregator that are attributed to Mumbai Junction, though we were not the reason for it. So we've tried to mitigate that by trying to say, okay, at least when we pack stuff up for delivery, we have cameras around and we take a photograph of what we've packed, so that even if there is a mistake, we know it's not at our end, right? So that is one thing we've tried to do. Another thing which does happen, but we can't do much about, is negative reviews. So what happens is a lot of competitors pay money to people or bots to sort of give negative reviews about the competition. Yeah, that is something that's tough to tackle.
Okay.
But yeah, we do call up customers to find out if they really had a problem. And genuine cases, obviously, it's a correction that we have to do from our side. But yeah, that's something we can't do much about.
So thank you, Swati, very much for being with us. Now I'll let you go and take care of Mumbai Junction.
Yeah.
Now we will have Kilna who will join us on the session. Thank you, Kilna, for joining us. Before we go forward, can you just quickly introduce yourself?
My name is Kilna. I'm actually a medical profession pharmacist.
Brilliant.
But I am not practicing now because I have a son at home, so I have to take care of him. So I started with this business of a restaurant.
Wonderful. So, you kind of understand the medicinal aspects of food as well. So
Yes,
that's going to be a great advantage for Mumbai Junction.
Yeah,
right. So
we would prefer not to have too much spicy food.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
and not oily also. So
Right. So you bring that kind of lens into,
yeah.
and that's what Ajay was talking about when he said that people can eat every day in Mumbai Junction. That's a
Yes.
great
they don't bloat around.
Yeah, that's a great credit for a restaurant to have. I mean, it's very rare for us to see many restaurants have that kind of quality. It's not easy to eat in a restaurant every day.
Yeah, true.
Right. So what I wanted to touch upon was Mumbai Junction, as I understand, is pretty successful already.
Yes.
But I do understand you've been also expanding and adding a lot of other things. That is one part of the question. The other one was I wanted to understand about the multi-cuisine experience that you give your to your customers.
Regarding expanding, we do catering, okay, and we do live catering basically. So live jalebis with rabris, or live vada pavs, live hara bhara kebab, or live chaat, live dosa counters we have. Like we have different type of dosas we serve, like even ginny dosa or even rava dosa. People really enjoy at times, So we have live catering, what we do, and we also do bulk sweet orders. We get a lot of bulk sweet orders. Like there are many companies, they want to give, like for Diwalis or for New Year or Christmas,
Right.
they want to give some sweets to the customers. So we do all the bulk orders with lovely packing. It's very important nowadays in this new world.
absolutely.
Yeah, everything they need very good packing. So we do most of the orders we get is bulk orders for sweets. So this is what we are actually, our aim is to increase our business in catering and bulk sweet orders, because our sweets are really good with less sugar. Okay, and we have even season sweets. Like now since it's winter, we have other special sweets. We have even sugarless sweets. So this is a way how we want to increase according to our customers. And the second question what you asked, we have multi cuisines. Like we have Italian, we have Chinese, we have chaat, Indian chaat. We have our Mumbai vada pavs and pav bhajis. We have even North Indian food. So we have all type of food what we are serving here. So that makes the customer, like there are customers who come and they ask us, what will you give us today? You know, because they want to taste every day new. There are customers, these type
Yes.
of customers also.
Absolutely.
So this is what we are, you know, and our even Italian is very good, and vegetarian Italian. And we use only Amul cheese and butter. So, you know, we are very much vegetarian, means even the cheese what we're using is really vegetarian. Like the Amul, we use a quality cheese and butter. It is not that we use any butter on anything.
Right.
We're using only Amul branded things, you know. So that also makes the customer happy. And especially vegetarian, you know, there are not many vegetarians restaurants who serve Italian type of food. And
Right.
so we have all type of food. So even children enjoy, even old. Like we have masala khichdi. Okay, according to the age, like, you know.
Right.
So we serve for all the type of food. We also have chocolate pani puri, with kids enjoy. Okay, and we try to give sweets. Like in other restaurants, they give sweets, they give juices or something as a compliment. We try to give our customers sweets so that they know the actual sweets, you know.
Right.
And especially like pedas, you know, when you go outside, they make pedas from mawa. They don't make from mawa, they make from powder. So we are specifically telling we are making from mawa. Cost may be little here and there, but it is pure mawa thing. You will not get a powder taste in our pedas also. So that one thing is very good. We have even gulkan laddus. So they are something different, something unique, which people, and it lasts for long. Like if you want to go for Diwali and you don't want to, you think the sweets will spoil by the time you reach, you know, maybe 3-4 days. So we prepare fresh sweets specially. We don't have anything which is left over or anything. We prepare fresh sweets and we give to our customers. We even get laddu orders, bundi laddu orders, which are freshly prepared.
Right.
Okay, so
Just adding to her,
Yeah.
we are doing lots of B2B.
Okay.
Nowadays, you see, there are lots of Friday lunches are going on. We are doing to the corporate. We are delivering our food to the corporates for these Friday lunches. And our core members have decided that whenever we have started seeing people queuing up outside our restaurant, they will love to expand. They will love to add one more Mumbai Junction to Dubai.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Really, that's a great thing to think about. But you know, Kilna, what you said was pretty heartening for me. I'll tell you why. Because it's very difficult. Well, we see a lot of vegetarian restaurants. One of the things which we find it difficult to find is we are not sure if the ingredients are end to end vegetarian, and that's something which is heartening. Which you talked about, the quality of cheese that you use. At the same time, the quality of ingredient itself, because mawa is something maybe not everyone really adds. And the other point is that a lot of times some people might find it strange when you say our sweets have less sugar. I'll tell you that the sweets which have less sugar are the ones which taste good, because you can taste all the ingredients very well.
Yes, true. All the dry fruit taste, you will get the taste
correct.
of all the
If
dry
you put too
fruits.
much sugar, you cannot, for example, in a kaju katli, if you put too much sugar, you actually cannot even smell the kaju.
Yeah, we actually don't put, we have customers who come, we don't put the silver on the kaju katri.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, because
that's not end-to-end vegetarian then.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. No, we get vegetarian
Is it? Okay,
silver, but
okay.
there are people who don't eat.
Don't
even
want,
if
yeah.
even if it's vegetarian, they don't
They're suspicious,
want to.
right? Yeah.
So and even we have the great thing, we have even sambar what we make. Even if they're Jain customers, we give Jain sambars. Like you don't get anywhere with idli. They'll give chutney. one type of chutney and they'll finish it off. But we have for Jain, for Swaminarayan also, because they eat they don't eat onion garlic Swaminarayan. So, but they eat potato and carrots and all that. So we
you customize
cater for all the type, but
different vegetarians,
yes.
different vegetarians.
Yeah.
Yes. So Ajay, I wish I know it's going to be a challenge, but I wish you have long queues waiting outside.
Yeah,
But then
definitely.
I think that brings me to the next question about what does the road ahead look like for Mumbai Junction? What are the new concepts and innovations that you are planning for Mumbai? Is there something which you've lined up maybe in the next 1 year, 2 years?
See, Rajesh, I have a 16 years of experience in this hospitality industry. I wouldn't stop for little. I would love to expand. I would love Mumbai Junction to expand in each and every corner. In Dubai, in whole of UAE. Our expansion plans are not limited. We want to expand in catering as well. We want to be the primary source in all the sports events and all. So, yeah, maybe in couple of years, we are heading towards our goal.
Right. And I remember I was talking to Swati the other day, and one thing she was saying is we want to be, we don't want to be like don't want to do stuff very quickly and all. Like it's not like a T20, match, right? We need to play the long game.
It's not.
So
it's a test match.
Yeah, it's a test
We are
match.
here to stay.
We are here. Yeah. Okay,
We are
you
not
have
here
stay.
to play a 2020 and go away.
Correct.
We will stay and we'll play long.
Correct. So, and that is, and that kind of reflects in what Kilna mentioned about, and I'm really heartened by, the quality of ingredients, using you bring your sense of taste to what, you think the customer, like for example, for me, it's like this, right? If you put less sugar in sweets, that means you actually want your customer to taste the sweet. You're not swaying him by, just putting a lot of sugar and, just, running away from it. That itself shows how you're playing a test match and not in it being in a T20. I think Kilna, you were talking about your dabeli. Do you want to just talk about this dabeli?
Dabeli is Kutchi food actually. It's not available everywhere.
Okay.
So it's like in Mumbai, you get dabeli also, you get vada pav also, you get pav bhaji also, Chinese chaat. So like Mumbai Junction, the name how it came out. Like Mumbai is a place where we get all type of foods. So Mumbai Junction, we got this name actually because of all the type of foods we get here. So dabeli is also really good. People really love and they come specially to eat dabeli because it's not available everywhere. So
your
that's a
dabeli-
unique type of unique food, you can say.
So the dabeli is also another of your kind of signature
A signature
menu items.
Yeah,
He
you
mentioned pav bhaji, bruschetta,
Yeah.
and the
We
word
go
of
on
dynamite.
Yeah, even we
Yeah.
make.
Actually, pav bhaji bruschetta is just a fusion thing.
Yeah.
It's not in the menu, but it's something an experience with the customer wants in this modern times.
Okay.
So
And then there would be regular customers who would know that you do the pav bhaji
And it
bruschetta.
was given complimentary.
Right. And
just
then
for the customers to taste.
and then the dynamite and then the
Even
dabeli.
mushroom satay we have, in the Italian type. So it's healthy also and tasty also. So we cater
Quality
for
of
both.
ingredients, healthy, signature items. I think Mumbai Junction is absolutely exciting
You
place.
can definitely, we would really love if customers go smiling from our.
Absolutely. I think
Our
that I
main
can
aim
see
is
when I
that.
spoke to you, I spoke to Swati, and I can see from, the way Ajay talks about customer service and all of that. Well, I think we are very close to the end of the session. But yeah, I know the people at Mumbai Junction and the founders have worked so hard. I had just one question. As entrepreneurs and, key employees of Mumbai Junction, how do you, I think for someone like, you guys who work so hard, how do you unwind, reflect and recharge? And how does these moments of pause help you in, improving your creativity and leadership?
I think it's customers. For me, it is customers. If the customers are happy, we are happy.
Okay.
So that is the main aim of our restaurant.
Okay.
I like to add to Ms. Kilna. When I'm in the kitchen, how do I recharge myself? Is whenever we are getting orders. There is a machine which prints the order. So it has a click
KOT,
sound.
yeah.
Okay.
KOT
machine.
use.
So it's coming again and again, beeping. Yeah, then I'm recharging. I might be a
Wow.
30% guy, and then when the machine starts clicking,
Brilliant.
then I am 100%. Oh, let's work on it. I'll just boost up my team. Let's go for it. I'll say, you make that. Come on, let's go for it.
Correct.
That is the time when we recharge ourselves. So whenever the orders comes like that, we gets recharged.
Brilliant. So I think the hospitality industry, is something which is kind of a difficult industry to be in,
It's
because I tell you
challenging.
what,
Yeah, it's
because
very
I always feel then especially it's when during the weekends when you are so busy. It's actually the reverse for other industries. Right, weekends, like for example, I not work in the hospitality.
Weekends, yeah.
So on the weekends I don't work, right? But it's the hospitality industry is always working, and especially holidays, weekends, they are always working. So it's a very challenging industry. But it's great to know that you recharge yourself by just listening to the beeping of the machine and all of that. I think Mumbai Junction is lucky to have employees and founders as good as this, and that is going to reflect on your customers as well. Thank you very much for coming to this podcast. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.